Good morning. I'm Alderman Howard Brookins Jr., and this is a press conference regarding our stand in solidarity with respect to the President of the United States and the Republicans suing based on what has been commonly known as Obamacare. I'm going to turn the mic over to one of our colleagues, Alderman Will Burns.
So we're here today to stand in solidarity with President Barack Obama and his attempts to bring health care to every American. Right now, Speaker Boehner and the House Republicans are engaged in a lawsuit against the president to undermine the Affordable Care Act and the executive actions he's undertaken to make America a better country. We want the president to know we stand with him, and we want Congress to do its job, because the people of Chicago are suffering, because Congress isn't funding TANF, Congress isn't funding food stamps, Congress isn't funding affordable health care, Congress isn't paying for affordable housing for people who need it. And we need the U.S. Congress to do its job and leave our president alone.
Ken Duncan with the Illinois Legislative Black Caucus. Hello. Shh. Thank you. My name is State Representative Ken Duncan. I'm in the Illinois House and I also chair the Illinois House and Senate Black Caucus. We're here today in support of our President Barack Obama, and rejecting categorically the asinine, ridiculous lawsuit that House Speaker John Boehner is proposing against our president. Here it is, you have a man who is the head of a house in the supermajority of the House of Representatives, who's supposed to be a leader, and he's spending his efforts and his energy towards suing our very own president, instead of coming up with legislation to complement issues such as immigration, issues that deal with affordable health care that's already the law of the land, both at the legislative level as well as at the Supreme Court level and administratively. It's there, it exists. So this president is doing his job. He's adhering to everything that he stated in the 2012 campaign, everything he stated in the 2008 campaign. He's walking the walk, but you have a complacent leader who for some reason cannot get it right, cannot come up with the basic political attributes of drafting legislation that makes sense for the country. Instead, he tries to spend all of his time and effort and energy with trying to make a mockery of the White House, which really is an affront of us, because he's our president, whether you like it or not. The fact of the matter is, there are over 6.8 million African Americans alone who are receiving access to the ACA. Being the president is not difficult, but leading and coalescing with your colleagues is on a whole nother level, and it takes a basic skill set that House Speaker John Boehner must get used to working with, practicing, and getting better, because he's failing at the job. Instead, he's making himself sound ridiculously silly and talking about suing our president based off of him doing his job.
You know, the House Republicans, when we had this fight with respect to what can we do to stop gun violence, and the NRA both said that one of the things that they thought that they could do was to fund mental health programs. Then we challenged them, as opposed to suing the president over the Affordable Care Act, to let's do something to stop gun violence.
Right.
Let's come up with money for mental health. We certainly need that, and we've certainly seen across this country that we have cut mental health programs systematically in this city, in this state, and throughout this country. Let's do things to work to make this country better, as opposed to wasting time on a lawsuit that won't be decided until long after the president is out of office. Anybody else want to say anything? Any questions? Thank you.